Hello friends, welcome back to Fitness Corridor. This one asana makes healthy and pure blood flow through your brain cells. It improves your brain function, improves your memory, your concentration, and disciplines your mind. It affects your pituitary gland, the master gland, nourishes it, and the pineal gland, thereby improving the vitality in your entire body. It also is a tonic for those who get tired easily. It is great for your skin, for your hair, and improves the digestive functions. There are so many more advantages. I'm sure you have guessed it by now. This is none other than the king of asanas, Shirsasana, or the headstand. So before I get into more details, let me call upon my very dear friend and my very good student, sincere student, Shahina.
Hello.
Hi Shahina, welcome to Fitness Corridor.
Hello, I'm Shaina, and together we are going to crack the code of Shirsasana.
So before you start doing Shirsasana, you need to do some preparatory poses for it. So we will start with first pose is plank pose. So plank pose, the body is in an entire straight line, navel is drawn in, and you should be able to hold this pose for at least a minute, building up to 2 minutes. You can also practice the forearm plank by placing your forearms down. If you observe, the body is in one straight line. The joints are stacked. The elbow joint is just below the shoulder joint. The next two asanas that you must master before you go for Shirsasana are Sarvangasana and Halasana. If you can practice both these asanas and master them, Shirsasana will become very easy for you. So Shaina will show how to do Sarvangasana, lifting your hips up and walking your hands to your upper back and shoulders. Legs are straight, toes pointed. Slowly moving to Halasana, plow pose. If you can, hold your big toes. The next pose that you should practice is a mild inversion. And this is the hare pose or Shashank Asana, a variation of it. So, start from Vajrasana and go to Child's pose. Now bring your hands back and hold your heels with your hands. Bring the crown of your head closer to your knees. Slowly lift your hips up. Bring your chin to the chest into a Jalandhar Bandh and hold this pose. Breathe 5 breaths. This mild inversion will give the same experience that you have when you are doing the full Shirsasana. Those who cannot achieve the full pose can achieve some of the benefits of Shirsasana by doing this pose. The next pose that you must practice and master is the dolphin pose. So for dolphin, come on to your fours and measure the distance between your arms. You have to have your hands shoulder width apart. Now open your hands, interlace your hands, and slowly lift your knees up, tucking your toes. Slowly see if you can walk your legs inwards just like downward dog. The back should be absolutely straight. Try to hold this pose for at least 5 breaths. Slowly see if you can shift the body weight forward and bring your chin outside, and shift the body weight backwards, bringing your chin inside. The hands. Shifting the body weight forward, chin outside, and the body weight chin inside. Do this for 5 to 6 times and build it up. Okay, so let's start with the practice of Shirsasana. We will start first with Shirsasana near a wall. So place your mat about 3 to 4 inches away from the wall. Okay, when you are starting the practice, remember to remove any watches or rings or anything that you have. Your hands should be absolutely free. The second thing is to tuck in your t-shirts for starting. The first thing we are going to do is measure the place where we are going to put our head, which is the crown of our head. So take your thumbs and place them inside your ears, placing your middle finger up. So the place where your middle finger meets over your head, this portion is the crown of the head. It is a slightly flattish portion, and this is the portion that you have to place down. So start by placing your forearms down, shoulder width apart, then open your hands, interlace, making a nice cup. See that your fingers are nicely interlaced. They should not move once you come up. They are nicely grounded. Also, your elbows have to be nicely grounded, pressing the mat firmly. Now, place the crown of the head inside your hands, where you have made the cup with your hands. Now, slowly lift your knees up. Now, walk your legs inwards, just like you did in the dolphin pose. You might have to stay here for a few days. Just stick here, be here, and then bring your legs back. Slowly, knees down, resting in child's pose. After a few days of practice, you may be able to proceed ahead. So let's do what we did before. Placing your forearms down, interlacing your hands, placing the crown of your head down, lifting your knees up, slowly walking your legs inwards. Slowly bend one leg and try to lift it. Place the leg down, take the other leg and lift it. Place it down. Practice this also. As time proceeds, you will see you will be able to lift one leg up and slowly lift the other leg up. You should hold this pose also. Stay here for 5 breaths. If you notice, Shaina's back is extremely straight. So the back is straight, the legs are up, and she is holding the pose. Slowly when you release, bring one leg down and the other leg down and go down, rest in child's pose. So after a few days of practice, you can actually attempt the full pose. Now slowly after this, try to lift your legs up. Initially, you can hold Shirsasana for 30 seconds, building it up to 1 minute or even 5 minutes. When you're releasing, once again, folding the legs slowly and releasing one leg and then releasing the other. Bringing the knees down. Always remember to rest in child's pose for at least a minute. So in case you lose balance, you have the wall for support. But see, her navel is drawn in and still her core is engaged, back is straight, though the legs are on the wall. As you get confident, release your legs from the wall, trying to come away from the wall. As you progress, you can actually do this pose without any wall support. The fact is, you have to be patient with yourself. So most of the people are scared to attempt Shirsasana, or they feel it's very difficult. They're scared because they think they will fall. So falling is absolutely okay. The one thing you have to remember when you fall is you have to leave your interlocked fingers, you have to arch your back and fall on your feet. That will keep your back safe, and it's okay to fall. The people who cannot attempt Shirsasana are those having high blood pressure, heart issues, neck issues, back issues. If you have suffered from all that, please don't attempt the asana. Those who have any eye-related problems also should not attempt. Also, those who are, the women who are in their monthly cycle should avoid attempting Shirsasana during those days. So, we have come to the end of our practice. But we want to give you some tips for practicing and coming into the full pose Shirsasana. So Shaina, what do you want to say?
Practice safe, practice often, and don't give up.
Yes. So hope you like this video. Like, share and comment on this video. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And press the bell icon to receive notifications each time I post a new video. So stay inspired. Stay fit, stay safe. See you. Namaste.
Bye.